In the late 1980s, a genre of music emerged that would forever change the face of heavy metal. It was brutal, it was unrelenting, and it was called death metal. At the forefront of this musical revolution was a band that pioneered the genre, and they were known as Possessed. In the thriving music scene of the San Francisco Bay Area, a seismic shift was about to occur. A group of young, ambitious musicians found each other, united by a shared passion for music that pushed the boundaries of extreme. These were not seasoned veterans of the music industry, but teenagers, driven by a desire to create something new, something that had never been heard before. This was the birth of Possessed. Each member brought their unique talents and influences, but they all shared one common goal: to redefine the limits of heavy metal. This was not just about playing louder or faster, it was about breaking free from the established norms and conventions, about exploring the darker corners of human existence through their music. One of the founding members was Jeff Becerra. Jeff was a teenager with a love for heavy metal, but he wanted more. He was not content with simply playing the music he loved. He wanted to redefine it, to push it to its limits. He wanted to make it faster, darker, and heavier. Together with his bandmates, they began to experiment, to push the boundaries of what was considered acceptable in the heavy metal scene. They combined the raw energy of punk, the technical proficiency of thrash metal, and the dark themes of horror and the occult. The result was something entirely new, something that would become known as death metal. Possessed was not just a band, they were a musical revolution. They were pioneers, forging a new path in a genre that had become too predictable, too safe. They were the embodiment of the rebellious spirit of heavy metal, a testament to the power of music to challenge the status quo. We were just a bunch of kids with a love for metal. We wanted to take it to the next level, to make it faster, darker, and heavier. Possessed quickly gained a reputation for their intense live shows and groundbreaking music. As the fog of the late 80s lifted over the San Francisco Bay, Possessed was there, ready to dominate the world of heavy metal. Their unique blend of speed, aggression, and technicality was unlike anything the world had ever heard. Their music was a whirlwind of chaotic riffs, blistering solos, and guttural vocals that seemed to spring forth from the darkest corners of the human psyche. This was not just music, it was a full-blown sonic assault designed to push the listener to their limits. But it wasn't just the music that set Possessed apart, it was also their thematic choices. They delved deep into the realms of darkness and the occult, exploring themes of evil, death, and destruction. Their lyrics were a chilling reflection of a world consumed by darkness, a stark contrast to the pop-infused rock that often dominated the airwaves. Songs like The Exorcist and Pentagram were filled with haunting imagery and sinister narratives, creating a chilling atmosphere that was both mesmerizing and terrifying. This was music that dared to go where others feared to tread, and it was this fearless exploration of the macabre that would become a defining characteristic of the death metal genre. Possessed's penchant for darkness was not just confined to their lyrics. The band's aesthetic was equally as grim. From their foreboding album covers to their dark and menacing stage presence, every aspect of Possessed was designed to shock and awe. As former guitarist Larry Lalonde recalls, "We were exploring the darker aspects of life and death, and we wanted to shock people with our music. We wanted to push the envelope and see how far we could go." And push the envelope they did, setting the stage for a genre that would continue to shock, challenge, and inspire for decades to come. With their controversial lyrics and imagery, Possessed found themselves at the center of a storm. The music they were creating was groundbreaking, but it was also provocative. Their lyrics, laden with dark themes and occult references, were a far cry from the mainstream. This was music that was meant to challenge, to provoke, to push boundaries. Almost immediately, they found themselves facing a wave of backlash. Their concerts were picketed, their music was banned from many radio stations, and they were even accused of promoting satanic messages. At the time, their music was seen as a threat to societal norms and values, and many believed it was harmful to the younger generation. But despite the controversy, Possessed remained undeterred. They continued to create their music, refusing to compromise their artistic vision. They stood their ground, even as they faced opposition from all sides. And in doing so, they not only survived the storm, but they emerged stronger than ever. Their impact on the music industry was undeniable. They challenged the status quo, pushing the boundaries of what was considered acceptable in music. They dared to explore themes that many considered taboo, and in doing so, they opened the door for other artists to do the same. Possessed's legacy extends far beyond their music. They demonstrated that it was possible to create art that was both challenging and successful. They showed that it was possible to remain true to one's artistic vision, even in the face of controversy. And they proved that music could be a powerful tool for challenging societal norms and sparking conversation. In the end, Possessed's greatest victory may not have been their music, but the impact they had on the music industry. They faced a lot of backlash, but they were pioneers. They paved the way for an entire genre of music, and they showed that art, no matter how controversial, has the power to change the world. Decades later, Possessed remains an influential force in the world of heavy metal. After a hiatus that felt like an eternity, they've made a triumphant return. The band's comeback has been nothing short of spectacular, rekindling the raw energy and intensity that first put them on the map. Their music, just as brutally captivating, has seen a resurgence, striking a chord with both old fans and new. This isn't just a replay of their past glory, though. With a fresh lineup bringing their own unique edge, Possessed has maintained their pioneering spirit. They're not just reviving the past, they're redefining it. They've seized the opportunity to evolve, to push the boundaries even further. Their current work is a testament to their relentless drive and unwavering passion for death metal. It's a powerful reminder that Possessed has always been more than just a band. They're a force to be reckoned with. We never gave up, we still have a lot to say, and the passion for this music burns as bright as ever. Possessed, the band that invented death metal, continues to inspire generations of musicians and fans alike. From their humble beginnings on the gritty streets of San Francisco, they rose to become pioneers of a genre that pushed the boundaries of extreme. Their passion for creating something new, something dark and heavy, has left an indelible mark on the music industry. Throughout the years, Possessed's music has transcended the controversies surrounding them. Their legacy is not defined by the backlash they faced, but by the unyielding spirit that propelled them to challenge the status quo. They've proven that music is not just a form of entertainment, but a powerful medium for self-expression and rebellion. Despite the trials and tribulations, Possessed's flame continues to burn bright in the heart of death metal. As we wrap up this journey, we are reminded of the power of music to push boundaries, to challenge the status quo. Their journey is a testament to the power of music to push boundaries and challenge the status quo.